Welcome back. Bagong simula, bagong pag-asa. Yan ang battle cry ng LA Lakers sa susunod na NBA season. Maraming bagong muka sa Lakers lineup na tutulong kay Kobe Bryant na maibalik muli sa playoff hunt ang legendary na koponan. Pati head coach nila, bago na ang nagbabalik na Showtime guard na si Byron Scott. For more on the Lakers' new look, kasama natin ang vlogger na si Enzo Flojo. Enzo, welcome back to the show.
Hey,
thanks for joining us. Well, let's talk about the big news yesterday.
Yes.
Was the official announcement, although we've heard about it for the last week, na finally pinirma na ng LA Lakers si Coach Byron Scott para maging coach nila. Sa mahabang career ni Byron, parang he's never coached LA.
Never.
He's been with the Cavs, he's been with
New Jersey,
Jersey.
New Orleans as well.
Exactly. I think one of the better stops was in New Orleans, right?
Yes.
He did quite well there. So yung experience niya, looking how the style of his coaching, first and foremost, before his record, kamusta yung fit niya sa current lineup ng Lakers?
Well, if you look at his record, he lost more than he won.
Okay.
But medyo, ano yun eh, nakaka-mislead kasi yung last few seasons siya sa Cleveland, talagang
Right.
yung kanyang team.
But he's not necessarily to blame.
Yeah,
Because of the lineup
not
as well.
necessarily. The
Oh,
lineup wasn't
yeah.
really good. But if you look at his past years, no, he led New Orleans to 2 playoff appearances, New Jersey to NBA Finals appearances. So
right.
okay naman talaga siyang coach in terms of his track record. No? His fit for the team could be better than Mike D'Antoni. No?
Okay.
I'm saying this kasi si Kobe, I think he's more effective in the kind of deliberate style that Byron Scott is known for. And they have some new guys like si Boozer, si Ed Davis, who might thrive in a more deliberate style of play than the kind of run and gun play that D'Antoni employed in the recent past for the Lakers. So this could potentially be a better fit for the Lakers.
One thing, of course, that people look at already right away is na nagsama sila ni Kobe Bryant at least for 1 year, if you recall correctly. Yung rookie year ni Kobe, nandun pa si Byron Scott on the waning years from the Showtime years. No? Nandun pa siya, no? And he had a close relationship daw with him bilang mentor. You think that's a factor for Kobe to feel comfortable and secondly, to be confident in what Byron Scott can bring to the team?
Well, it could be, medyo unsure pa eh, but it could go either way. It could be a positive kasi Kobe trusts Byron Scott. He could trust his system and buy into it. Yun yung isang criticism kay Kobe the past two coaches niya, si Mike Brown at si Mike D'Antoni. At first, he was gung-ho about accepting these guys. And then medyo nagrebelde si Kobe against his coaches. With Byron Scott, the potential to buy into his system is better.
Okay.
I think. But the opposite could also happen because he's so comfortable with Byron Scott, he might dictate some things already. So that it's potentially good and potentially not so good. But personally, I'm leaning towards it being potentially an improvement.
Okay. Do you think Scott's the kind of guy who will impose his system more than his system slightly tweaking and adjusting because of the content of the players and the style that they have?
Well, if I'm going to base it on his recent track record with Cleveland, I think he'll try to impose his system more.
Okay.
And I think with this lineup, with Kobe there, assuming he's going to be healthy, and assuming the young guys like Julius Randle are going to be healthy as well, he could probably have a bit more success with the Lakers than he had with Cleveland.
Okay.
So I'm expecting his tenure with the Lakers to be a little bit rosier than it was with the Cavs.
Will yung point guard position ba, will this be key for him to be able to be successful with that system he has? And I say that because hanggang ngayon, hindi pa natin alam kung sino ba magiging starting point guard ng Lakers.
That's
diba?
true.
It could be Jeremy Lin.
Yes.
It could be Steve Nash. It could even be the Phil Am, the Jordan Clarkson. What's your take on this in terms of the interesting extremes that they have in the point guard position? Where does he lean, and will that be very crucial for how he can implement his style?
Oh, it's definitely a crucial thing. You know? He employs a very, again, deliberate offense. If you look at his past teams, yung New Jersey, nadala niya sa finals with Jason Kidd.
Right.
Yung New Orleans, nadala niya deep into the playoffs with Chris Paul.
Right.
So he needs a good point guard. If this were a video game, he'd have his good point guard with Steve Nash.
Okay.
But because this is the
It's
real
not a video
world,
game.
and Steve Nash might play,
Saka walang
60.
turbo button yan,
Yeah, walang ganun. Ako, feeling ko Steve Nash will probably get injured again. He might play maybe 40, 50 games lang.
Okay.
So he might rely heavily on someone like Jeremy Lin, who was very inconsistent with Houston. He lost his starting job to Patrick Beverly last year. If he relies on Jordan Clarkson naman, I'd be happy kasi Phil Am to.
Siyempre.
Pero because it's his rookie year, yung inexperience might come in. I think yun yung parang isa sa mga pinaka, shaky positions for the Lakers this season, that point guard position, simply because ang daming uncertainty with that position.
Well, hindi pa natin naitanong at hindi pa siya nag-statement, pero masaya kaya si Kobe sa nangyari nitong off-season nila na there's so much talk that they tried to bring in Carmelo. They had enough money to bring in Melo and LeBron. And then they ended up with Carlos Boozer. They lost Pau Gasol.
Ang ganda ng range,
They
from
had good
Melo
draft
to
picks.
Boozer.
Randall looks promising, and of course Clarkson. Ano kayang expectations ni Kobe with the talent they were able to put around him somehow?
Well, last year, prior to the start of the last NBA season, may isang picture na nag-circulate sa social media ng Lakers team, tapos si Kobe nandun, nakasimangot. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again this time around. But you gotta give credit to the Lakers. No? They swung for the fence, but they missed. They wanted Melo, they wanted LeBron. Instead, they lost Gasol, their best big man from last season. They lost Jody Meeks, their best three-point shooter from last season. They kept Nick Young,
who is a wild card.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing. They got Ed Davis, they got Carlos Boozer,
and
who's
you
over the
mentioned in
hump.
your blog, they signed Jordan Hill to a wild amount of $9
million for 1 year for a guy who averaged maybe 9.7 rebounds, played only about 20-22 minutes. I don't think it was worth it, but we'll see. Si Byron Scott, nag-release siyang statement, sinasabi niya na he plans to use Jordan Hill a lot more this time around. So we're not sure. It might pay off. It probably would, but it might pay off for the Lakers.
One of the headlines also that came out that Scott said initially was gusto niyang mas dumipensa. But I mean, it's not really known to be a really heavy defensive coach, not like the Thibodeau and the Popoviches. But how good defensively can this team be? I mean, if offensively they're a wild card, they can be really good, they can be really hot in one night. But defensively, kaya ba maging consistent na Lakers kung ma-contain talaga ni Byron Scott?
Well, given their lineup, I don't think this is going to be a top 10 defensive team, no matter how hard Byron Scott hammers his defensive system, whatever that's going to be for the Lakers. No? But kasi they're coming off Mike D'Antoni system.
So really was not known for defense.
Exactly.
The other extreme.
You can bet your money that this is going to be an improved defense.
Better.
Simply because they're coming, ang peg mo kasi Mike D'Antoni. So definitely the Lakers should show better defense this coming season.
Right, should be fun. And of course, if you want to continue the conversation with this guy, hop on to Hoopnut, his blog, and check him out as well on Twitter para mas mapagdebatihan nyo pa ang future ng Lakers. Enzo, salamat. Thank you.
Thank you.